Hey there, night dwellers. Join the Phantom Troupe for a serene escape into dreamland with enchanting sleep stories. Let the calming tales transport you to a world of peaceful slumber and restful nights.
Hey there, I'm Isabella, your sweet storyteller. It warms my heart to have you here with me. Tonight, we're set for an adventure into the world of mystery and suspense. Get ready to be hooked by a story that unfolds in the shadows of the unknown, where every page brings us closer to an unsolved enigma. Before we dive into the gripping narrative, take a moment to let go of the day's events. Inhale deeply, letting the weight of the world lift from your shoulders. Exhale, embracing the soothing calm that surrounds you. As we embark on this mysterious tale, picture yourself on the edge of anticipation, eager to uncover the secrets that lie ahead. The story we're about to unfold draws inspiration from real-life enigmas, weaving a tapestry of intrigue that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Feel the tension in your muscles dissipate with each breath. With the day behind you and relaxation setting in, let the excitement of the unknown heighten your senses. Together, we'll navigate through the twists and turns of this suspenseful narrative. Now, as the world fades away and the mystery unfolds, allow the soothing rhythm of my voice to guide you into a tranquil state. Stay tuned as we step into the mysterious unknown, where every moment holds the promise of revelation. The Bologna Massacre, or the Bologna railway station bombing, stands as one of the darkest and most tragic events in Italian history. On August 2nd, 1980, a time bomb detonated at the Central Station of Bologna, leading to the deaths of 85 people and injuring over 200 others. This catastrophic event not only shook Italy, but also brought international attention to the persistent threat of terrorism and political violence during the latter half of the 20th century. This essay delves deeply into the details of the bombing, the perpetrators, the subsequent investigations and trials, the broader historical context, and the enduring impact on Italian society. The morning of August 2nd, 1980, began like any other at Bologna's bustling Central Station, a major transportation hub in northern Italy. Thousands of travelers were on the move, catching trains to various destinations across the country. At approximately 10:25 a.m., a powerful explosion ripped through the second-class waiting room. The bomb, hidden in an unattended suitcase, was filled with a potent mixture of TNT, T4, and a gelatinous explosive known as Compound B, designed to cause maximum devastation. The blast was so powerful that it brought down a significant portion of the station's roof, destroyed several nearby trains, and shattered windows up to 200 meters away. The immediate aftermath was chaotic and horrifying. Debris, twisted metal, and bodies were strewn across the station. Emergency responders, including police, firefighters, and medical personnel, rushed to the scene to provide aid and begin rescue operations. The death toll rose quickly as the full extent of the carnage became apparent, with 85 people confirmed dead and over 200 injured. The investigation into the bombing was extensive and fraught with challenges. Initial suspicions and accusations varied widely, reflecting the tense political climate in Italy at the time. The attack was ultimately attributed to neo-fascist terrorists, specifically members of the Nuclei Armati Rivoluzionari, NAR, far-right militant organization. The NAR was known for its violent activities and extremist ideology, aiming to destabilize the Italian government and promote a fascist resurgence. Among those convicted for their involvement in the bombing were Valerio Fioravanti and Francesca Mambro, prominent NAR members. Their trial and conviction were significant, but did not quell all suspicions and theories regarding the bombing's true masterminds. Some believed that the attack involved more extensive conspiracies, possibly implicating elements within the Italian state, foreign intelligence agencies, or other clandestine organizations. The path to justice for the Bologna Massacre was neither straightforward nor swift. The initial investigation faced numerous obstacles, including deliberate misinformation, political interference, and attempts at obstruction by various actors. These challenges reflected the broader context of Italy's years of lead, a period marked by widespread terrorism, political violence, and deep societal divisions. Over the years, multiple trials were held, leading to the conviction of several NIR members and their associates. However, the complexity of the case, the involvement of numerous individuals, and the presence of conflicting narratives meant that achieving a comprehensive understanding of the bombing was difficult. Despite these challenges, the persistence of investigators, judicial authorities, and the determination of victims' families ensured that some measure of justice was eventually served. In 1995, the Italian courts convicted Valerio Fioravanti and Francesca Mambro, sentencing them to life imprisonment for their roles in the bombing. Other individuals, including Licio Gelli, head of the secretive Masonic Lodge propaganda, DO P2, were implicated in obstructing the investigation, further fueling suspicions of a broader conspiracy. The Bologna Massacre cannot be fully understood without considering the turbulent historical context of Italy during the 1970s and 1980s. This era, known as the Years of Lead, Anni di Piombo, was characterized by a sharp increase in political violence, with both far-left and far-right groups engaging in acts of terrorism. These groups sought to disrupt the Italian political system, which they viewed as corrupt and ineffective. Far-left organizations, such as the Red Brigades, Brigate Ross, aimed to overthrow the capitalist system and establish a Marxist-Leninist state. Their activities included kidnappings, assassinations, and bombings, targeting political figures, businessmen, and state institutions. On the other hand, far-right groups like the NIR pursued a neo-fascist agenda, seeking to revive the authoritarian ideologies of the past and counter the perceived threat of communism. The state response to this wave of terrorism was multifaceted, involving increased security measures, legislative changes, and efforts to infiltrate and dismantle extremist groups. However, the state's actions also sparked controversy, particularly regarding the use of emergency powers, allegations of human rights abuses, and the potential complicity of state actors in certain terrorist activities. The Bologna Massacre occurred against this backdrop of fear, mistrust, and intense ideological conflict. The immediate impact of the Bologna Massacre was profound, eliciting widespread horror and condemnation, both within Italy and internationally. The scale of the tragedy, combined with its location in a busy public space, underscored the vulnerability of civilians to terrorist attacks and highlighted the ruthlessness of those who carried out such acts. In the aftermath, there was a significant public outcry for justice and increased measures to prevent further attacks. The Italian government responded by intensifying efforts to combat terrorism, including stricter laws, enhanced security protocols, and improved coordination between law enforcement agencies. The massacre also had a lasting emotional and psychological impact on the survivors and the families of the victims. The trauma of the event, coupled with the protracted and often contentious legal battles, left deep scars. Annual memorial ceremonies at Bologna Central Station serve as a poignant reminder of the tragedy. A clock at the station, stopped at 10:25 a.m. to mark the exact time of the explosion, stands as a permanent tribute to the victims. Beyond the immediate grief and mourning, the Bologna Massacre also influenced broader societal and political discourses in Italy. It highlighted the dangers of political extremism and the need for vigilance against ideologies that promote violence and hatred. The event also sparked debates about the role of the state, the effectiveness of law enforcement, and the balance between security and civil liberties. The pursuit of justice for the Bologna Massacre victims was a long and arduous process, reflecting the complexities of dealing with terrorism in a democratic society. The investigations and trials were marked by numerous challenges, including the destruction of evidence, the reluctance of witnesses to come forward, and the intricate web of political connections that sometimes seemed to shield the perpetrators. Despite these obstacles, the determination of the Italian judiciary, the persistence of investigative journalists, and the unwavering support of the victims' families played crucial roles in uncovering the truth. Over time, these efforts helped to piece together the events leading up to the bombing and identify those responsible. The convictions of Valerio Fioravanti, Francesca Mambro, and other NAR members were significant milestones. However, the lingering questions about possible state complicity and the involvement of secretive organizations like P2 have kept the case open in the public's mind. The Bologna Massacre remains a potent symbol of the need for transparency, accountability, and the rule of law in addressing acts of terrorism. The Bologna Massacre offers several important lessons for contemporary societies grappling with the threat of terrorism. First and foremost, it underscores the devastating human cost of extremist violence and the importance of robust security measures to protect public spaces. Ensuring that law enforcement agencies are well-equipped and well-coordinated is crucial in preventing and responding to such attacks. Secondly, the massacre highlights the necessity of a fair and transparent judicial process in dealing with terrorism. The protracted investigations and trials in the Bologna case demonstrate the challenges of balancing security concerns with the rights of suspects and the need for due process. Maintaining public trust in the legal system is essential for ensuring justice and upholding democratic principles. Finally, the Bologna Massacre serves as a reminder of the importance of societal resilience in the face of terrorism. The solidarity shown by the people of Bologna, the dedication of the victims' families, and the commitment of civil society organizations all played vital roles in responding to the tragedy and seeking justice. Building strong, cohesive communities that reject extremism and support democratic values is a key element in preventing future acts of terrorism. The Bologna Massacre remains a significant and painful chapter in Italy's recent history. The bombing at Bologna Central Station on August 2nd, 1980, not only resulted in a tragic loss of life, but also exposed the deep-seated tensions and challenges faced by Italian society during the years of lead. The event, the subsequent investigations, and the long journey to justice continue to resonate, serving as a stark reminder of the dangers of political extremism and the enduring struggle to uphold justice and democratic values. As we remember the victims of the Bologna Massacre, it is crucial to reflect on the broader implications of this tragedy. The lessons learned from this dark period in history can inform contemporary efforts to combat terrorism, promote social cohesion, and ensure that such horrors are never repeated. By honoring the memory of those who lost their lives and remaining vigilant against the forces of hatred and violence, we can work towards a more just and peaceful world.